A man was walking through a village where he came across an elephant camp, and he found that the elephants weren't being kept in cages or held by chains. All that was holding those giants back from escaping the camp was a small worn-out piece of rope tied to one of their legs. As the man gazed upon the elephants, he became curious to know why the elephants didn't just use their strength to break the rope and escape the camp. They could easily have done that, but instead, they didn't try it at all and chose to stay back. Curious as he became to know the answer, he went to a trainer nearby and asked how the elephants were just tied up there and never tried to escape. The trainer replied, "When the elephants were young and much smaller, we used the same ropes to tie them and, at that tender age with no strength, the ropes were enough to hold them. As they grew up, they were conditioned to believe they could not break away. They believed that the rope could still hold them, so they never tried to break free. The only reason that the elephants weren't breaking free and escaping from the camp was that over the time they adopted the belief that it was just not possible for them to break their barriers." Moral of the story: no matter how much the world tries to hold you back, always continue with the belief that whatever you want to achieve is possible. Believe that you can become successful is the most important step in actually achieving it. Exactly like the elephants in the story, all of us too have figurative ropes that keep us from pursuing our dreams and passions. We must remind ourselves that our dreams are an important part of our life, and hence we must break free from the barriers that holds us back from exploring ourselves and creating our identity. The important barriers which holds us back are given below. Barrier of fear. Often our irrational fears are the ones who prevent us from achieving our dreams. Inadequate belief in ourselves keeps us from participating in an interesting debate, performing our skills before an audience, expressing our opinions, etc. The fear of being laughed at keeps us from trying new things. The fear of what others will say bars us to try out new ideas. Let's instill self-confidence to break away from the rope of fear that keeps us in our comfort zone. Barrier of norms. Not everyone likes to do things the same way, but many a times, deviating from the norms seems scary. This is primarily because we may feel that our unique ideas and choices will make us lonely. However, we must admit that there is beauty in diversity. If every individual were to make the same choices, the world would become monotonous. We enjoy spending time with our friends because they are funny, intelligent, playful, and share our interests. Imagining them without their characteristic can sometimes become impossible. Barrier of failures. This is perhaps the most essential aspect to realize our dreams. Regardless of whatever we try, there must always be room for failure. While it might be an overused phrase, there hardly is success without adequate failures. Never be afraid of failing in your passions. All you need to do is to work progressively towards improving yourself.